Okay, so what is iDesign Boards? iDesign Boards is a presentation that's been created to be used inside of Keynote on your iPad. iDesign Boards allows you the ability to create mobile scrapbooks, junk journals, smash books, and you can smash book and journal weddings, projects, baby books, your project life pages. You can do your vision boards, inspiration boards, mood boards, or design boards using Keynote with the iDesign that I've created. What is in iDesign? Like I said, it's a presentation made up of pages, and the pages are filled with shapes and styles, and all of these shapes and styles and elements can be filled with anything that you have saved to your photo albums. So, for example, if you save fabric to your photo albums, you can fill any of these shapes with that fabric. If you're saving paint swatches, any photos, you can basically fill in these shapes because these shapes have been made into masks and therefore they're fillable with anything. And not only that, you can resize your photos and crop your photos to these masks so you're not stuck with all the extra debris sometimes that come with things that you're doing, such as clipping from the websites and the internet. Okay, so let me just show you, for example, something that you might do. Now, one of the things that I created inside my design boards, and I have a video showing you how to do this, is that I've made a section called vendors, and inside the vendors section I've put paint vendors and fabric vendors because those are the vendors that I frequent most often. And what I've done is I've linked these pages to these vendors so that while I'm working inside my design board, I can quickly get to the site to grab whatever I want. So for example, let's just say I want to go to the Art Gallery Fabric website. I'm going to click play because I've linked, and this is my shape that I use for links. I'll link a shape to a website, and when I see this shape, I know that there's a link on that page. And if I just tap it, it will take me to the vendor's website. So I'm going to click play. You always have to be in play mode in Keynote in order to make the links live. Okay, so I'll just tap, and it takes me straight to Safari on my iPad to that site. Okay, so now I want to get some fabric. Go to products, fabrics, and let me choose this designer. And let me just tap on this design, these designs right here. Okay, so let's see. Let me see if I could just grab this one. All right, so I've tapped on that. I'm going to scale it onto my iPad because I want it as big as I can get it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold my home key and my on-off switch. And then my iPad will flash, and that tells me that it automatically sent it to my camera roll. Okay, so let me go back to Keynote and show you how you fill these shapes. Take this page out of play and go to one of the shapes. Now normally I don't fill the shapes that are in my master tabs, like this tab right here. All these shapes are my master tabs. shapes and pages. And what I usually like to do is, and a lot of what you do with the iDesign boards is copy and paste, copy and paste. So I just filled these right here just to demo for this video. But normally what I do is I will grab a shape. I'll grab this and I'm going to copy it. And then I'll go up here to my boards and add a new blank page to paste it to. And I'll just tap and paste. Now I was able to tap and paste this right in the center of my paper because there's nothing else on this page. But normally if you fill this page with a color or if you're doing a big design and you've got the page pretty much filled, you would have to go outside the page and tap and paste. Okay, so I've got this pasted and I'm going to group it just so that I could make it larger just for the video. I wouldn't normally do this. Usually the size it works good on my design boards, but just to show you how this is going to work. Okay, so this design is actually made up of two different shapes. Let me ungroup it. And I've got that shape, and then if I tap here, I've got the shape that's on the back. I'm going to fill this shape with the screen clip that I just did from the art gallery website. So what I'm going to do is tap it and then I'm going to select replace. I'm going to go to my camera roll. I'm going to grab that image. Of course, this is not acceptable. This isn't filling it very nicely. So what I want to do is double tap, and here I'm going to make that just large enough to fill my space. And I can also move it around so that it looks a little bit more balanced. And once I have it the way I would like it, I'm going to select mask. And so that's the top part of my envelope. I think what I want to do is make this bottom part a solid color. So to get a solid color, I'm going to go to, and there's many ways to do this. This is just one of the ways that I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to go, I guess I'll go to Sherwin-Williams. And scroll down to something, be larger. And just by memory, I'm going to click this, and this may not even be even close, but I'm hoping. And I'm going to show you another way to do this too. There's so many ways to skin a cat with this. Okay, so I'm going to do another screenshot, and remember I do that by holding simultaneously the home key and the on-off power button. Okay, so that's been saved to my camera roll. I'm going to go back and go back to the board that I'm working on. And this time I want to select the background and replace. And well, not great, not a great match, but I'm going to show you how we can do a better match with an app that I have. Okay, so double tap, make that bigger, fill, and then say mask. Now, this doesn't have a whole lot of depth or definition to it. So what I want to do now is tap, and then I'm going to select style. So I click the paint or tap the paintbrush and go to style, and let me put a little bit of a drop shadow on that. And that looks so much more realistic. Let me add something, little something to the bottom as well. And that's just very, very slight little drop shadow. Something else that I can do, whoop, I gotta have something selected. So I can go to Style Options and I can test out some of these different ones. Oh, I like that one. Okay, I like that. And then you can put some journaling down here, some text, and of course I show you all of that in some other videos while we're doing a complete scrapbook page. But hopefully you have a little bit of an idea of the massive things that you can do and what's included in the iDesign boards.